Abhishekams and various other rituals culminating in the evening with a grand puja. We invite you again tomorrow evening to be a part of these celebrations. Thank you. Nithyananda.
डोली तारो बोल भगवान की जय, ढोल बाजे डोली तारो जय जय बोलो रे। ढोल बाजे डोली तारो बोल भगवान की जय, ढोल बाजे डोली तारो जय जय बोलो रे। जय 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 तारा भगवान। ढोल बाजे डोली तारो बोल भगवान की जय, ढोल बाजे डोली तारो जय जय बोलो रे। ढोल बाजे डोली तारो बोल भगवान की जय, ढोल बाजे डोली तारो जय जय बोलो रे।
शाश्वत मानस भावित कामित याचित पूर्ण कृते सुकर सुखीकृत दुष्ट
शिव शब्द निनाद मृदंग श्रुते कुरु नृत्य ममाधिपते परमशिवेश्वरि नित्य महेश्वरि नित्य कलामहि नित्य नृते जय परमेश्वरि नित्य सुमंगलि नित्य नृतेश्वरि पालय जय परमेश्वरि नित्य सुमंगलि नित्य नृतेश्वरि पालय
शालिने नमो वयं वै श्रवणाय कुर्महे नमे कामाय मह्यं कामेश्वरो वै श्रवणो ददातु कुबेराय वैश्रवणाय महाराजाय नमः
சனடி போற்றி சிவன் சேவடி போற்றி நேயத்தே நின்றடி மலனடி போற்றி மாயப்பிறப்பருக்கும் மன்னனடி போற்றி சீரார் பெரும் துறை நம் தேவனடி போற்றி ஆராத இன்பம் அருளும் மலை போற்றி ஈசனே சிந்தை கவனமன்னனேசனே நீ வருவாய் ஒடு கனிகளை கொண்டு உன்னை பூஜித்தோ அருள் தருவாய் கலி என்னும் கடலினில் மூழ்கிட்டேயும் நீ கரம் தந்து காத்திட்டு கருணையும் பொய்கையில் அலர்ந்திட்ட அளவற்றம் போல உன் திருவடியில் வாழ்ந்திட நிற்கிறேன் வாராய் அருணாச்சலனே நீ வாராய் அகண்ட ஜோதியனே வாராய் அல்லல் நீக்கிடவே வாராய் அகிலம் போற்றுகின்ற ஈசனே சிந்தை கவர்ந்தனேசனே நீ வருவாய் ஒடு கனிகளை கொண்டு பூஜித்தோ அருள் தருவாய் மெய்யினில் வில்வமும் நிறையாக்கடல் நீர் குடியோடு தரிசனம் அருளவா செம்பொன்மாட சிற்றவை தனிலே இதை கவர்ந்த உன்னை சிக்கன பிடித்தேனே வந்தும் புகழ் பெறும் நான் வரை நாயகா மதியனில் நிறைந்திடுவாய் மதி உணராதவர்க்கு மதி உணர் செய்திட வான்மழு நீ ஏந்திவாய் அறவாடிட இசை சூழ்ந்திட அகம் நந்திட புறம் மகிழ்ந்திட புலித்தோலோடு நீ வருவாய் காசிநாதனே கர்வம் போக்கிய பயாளும் நேசனே ஏகாந்தமாக ஏக பாதம் தூக்கியே மதியாரை காக்க வேண்டும் நித்யானந்தனே ஈசனே சிந்தை கவர வந்த நேசனே நீ வருவாய் நயே கதிகல சரணத்தையும் நயே காத்திரவா அருணாச்சலனே நீ வாராய் அகண்ட ஜோதியரே வாராய் அகிலம் போற்றிடவே வாராய் நித்யானந்தனே
படைகுண்டு திரும்ப வரான் கலியுக அவதாரம் சிவனோட சக்தி சேர்ந்து ஆள போகும் புது யுகம் பக்தனின் கூரை போக்க எடுத்து வாரான் விஸ்வரூபம் கருணையே குருவாய் வந்த நித்யானந்த பரமசிவம் படைகுண்டு திரும்ப வரான் கலியுக அவதாரம் சிவனோட சக்தி சேர்ந்து ஆள போகும் புது யுகம் பக்தனின் கூரை போக்க எடுத்து வாரான் விஸ்வரூபம் கருணையே குருவாய் வந்த நித்யானந்த பரமசிவமே கேளுடா சிவ எழுந்து வாரான் பாருடா தக தக தீ பிடிக்குதா கொடி கோட்டை தாண்டி பறக்குதா சிவரூபம் தரித்து வந்து முக்காலம் கடந்து சென்று முடிவில்லா வாழ்க்கை தந்து குலங்காக்கும் சாதா சிவனை சொல்லிய பொய்கள் பல நூறு சொன்னாலுமே உன் புகழ் மாறாது தகதிமி தாளம் இது அதை அடக்கி ஆட இனி முடியாது ஆதி ஜோதி அவதாரன் எடுத்து வந்தவன் சாவ கண்டு பயமும் இல்ல ஆள பிறந்தவன் அழியாத தெய்வ பூமி காக்க வளர்ந்தவன் கொள்கைக்காக எதையும் மறக்க துறக்க துணிஞ்சவன் சைவினமே பெற்ற புல்ல செந்தமிழும் நாவில் துள்ள பாதையில தடைகள் பால தகதிர்ந்து உலகை வெல்ல வைகையே வறண்ட போதும் வாழ்வினமே வீழ்ந்த போதும் வரலாறே மறைந்த போதும் வணங்காத சொக்கநாதனப்ப நித்திய துணையும் இருக்க தோல்வியே இல்லை அவன் பாசத்துக்கு ஈடு இணை எதுவுமே இல்லை என் அப்பனே நீ வந்துட்ட என் துக்கத்தை எல்லாம் போக்கிட்ட என் சிவனே நீ வந்துட்ட வேண்டும் வரமெல்லாம் தந்துட்ட நீ கடந்து சென்ற பாதையில் தங்க கோவில் கட்டியாளுற ஒரு வரமும் நீ தரணும் உன் மூச்சு காற்றுல வாழணும் வாழ்வின் கீதம் அது நித்யானந்தமே உலகெங்கும் ஒலிக்கும் ஓசை நித்யானந்தமே என்றும் மாறாத சக்தி ஒன்று நித்யானந்தமே கைலையை அமைத்து ஆளும் நித்யானந்தனே படைகுண்டு திரும்ப வாரான் கலியுக அவதாரம் சிவனோட சக்தி சேர்ந்து ஆள போகும் புது யுகம் பக்தனின் கூரை போக்க எடுத்து வாரான் விஸ்வரூபம் கருணையே குருவாய் வந்த நித்யானந்த பரமசிவம் படைகுண்டு திரும்ப வாரான் கலியுக அவதாரம் சிவனோட சக்தி சேர்ந்து ஆள போகும் புது யுகம் பக்தனின் கூரை போக்க எடுத்து வாரான் விஸ்வரூபம் கருணையே குருவாய் வந்த நித்யானந்த பரமசிவமே
சிவ 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 சிவனே வந்து அவதரித்தான் கைலையின் நாயக நாடிடும் ஆட்டத்தில் சைவத்தையே அவன் புனரமைத்தான் சிவ 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 சிவ
ஓம் நித்யானந்தேஸ்வர பரமசிவ சமாரம்பாம் நித்யானந்தேஸ்வரி பரமசிவசக்திமத்யமாம் அஸ்மதாச்சார்யபர்யந்தாம் வந்தே குருபரம்பராம். I welcome you all with my love and respect. I welcome all the living and practicing Hindus, everyone sitting with us on Navaratri. I welcome all of you with my love and blessings. Paramashiva's message directly from KAILASA. Each manifestation of Paramashiva is one of the dimension which includes whole Paramashiva. Listen, Ardhanarishwara does not mean he is only Ardhanarishwara. Ardhanarishwara is the manifestation of complete Paramashiva. You should know that. Even if you achieve any one manifestation, you achieve Paramashiva. If you achieve Nataraja, you achieve Paramashiva. If you achieve Lingarupa, you achieve Paramashiva. You achieve Kalabhairava, you achieve Paramashiva. You achieve Hariharamurti, you achieve Paramashiva. You achieve any one form of the 64 manifestation, you achieve Paramashiva. So, many sampradayas of the Saivite tradition center themselves on one manifestation of Paramashiva. For example, Agoris center themselves on Mahakalabhairava. Veerashaivites center themselves on Lingarupa and Veerabhadra. Each sampradaya centers themselves on one form of Paramashiva. Tantra sampradaya centers itself on Ardhanarishwara. So understand, when I give these basic principles, the foundation principles of Tantra Sampradaya, and when you start living it, manifesting it, you achieve Ardhanarishwara directly, and Ardhanarishwara is Paramashiva himself. I'll give you foundational principles of Tantra, whichever can be taught openly. As I told you yesterday, many religions which teaches terrorism, killing of other people, bombing, they all teach their philosophy principles openly. But unfortunately, Hindus do not have right to learn their religion. That's the truth. Don't try to come here and dance in front of me. No. I am a proud Hindu. I am a free Hindu. Then get lost. Go and try to learn wherever you can. You need to know the truth. Stop being in the delusion you are a free Hindu and you know you have a freedom to learn about Hinduism. First of all, your medicine is banned, including India. Many of the Hindu medicines are banned, including India. Many of your religious practices are banned, including India. The racists, supremacists, used science, logic, rationality with the racist angle and eliminated everything. The core principles of Hinduism. All of you be very clear about it. First of all, Hindu food, Hindu medicine, Hindu cosmology, Hindu science, Hindu sexology, nothing as a legitimate value in any country other than Kailasa. Hindus also have, one section of Hindus have the meat eating lifestyle, but they have tradition, they offer that animal in homa or yajna or to the Kuladevata, then they cook and eat. Is this process legitimate in any country? Tell me. Halal is legitimate in so many countries. Is the Hindu meat making process, is it legitimate in any one country? Tell me. So whether it is Hindu food or Hindu medicine or anything Hinduism is neither legitimate nor allowed to be spread. That's a fact. So how much ever I can speak in open platform, that much I will reveal. Not because I do not have time or knowledge. Hinduism is banned. Be very clear, Hinduism is banned. How many of you know in many states of India, firewalking is banned? It's called Agori practice, black magic. Just 2 days before, one sadhu was practicing Jiva Samadhi science in Uttar Pradesh, is arrested. Go and see the news. See, practicing Jiva Samadhi means they make a huge pit, like a 10 feet by 10 feet, and sit inside. Surely the person will not die because there is enough air. It's only sometimes 3 days or sometimes 9 days, like this. Surely that person's life is not in danger. And it's not that they put a concrete slab. No. They put bamboos. On bamboos, they spread mud so that the breathing is possible. So all of you should know Hindu practices are banned. Hinduism is banned in many countries. The core principles, see, westernized Hinduism is allowed, not the Hinduism. So, I will teach, I will reveal the truths, fundamental principles of Tantra as much it can be accepted in public place. Socially polite, politically polite, religiously polite, legally polite. Finally, with all this politeness, what remains? Bull has already become ox. You know the difference between the two. Bull has already become ox. As on now, only the castrated Hinduism is allowed to be preached or practiced. Sorry to use a strong word, but that is the truth. I have to tell you the truth. So don't blame me. Take responsibility. And I tell you, any country you get a diplomatic relation and get an embassy status, you can all gather in those your country embassies. From Kailasa, I will teach the Hinduism as it is. So you have a religious freedom. Embassy for Kailasa is for you to learn Hinduism completely with a religious freedom. Otherwise, I can teach only castrated Hinduism. Because that much only is socially allowed. Socially polite, politically polite, morally polite, legally polite. Religiously polite. With all this politeness, bull has become ox. Let me come back to Tantra now. Listen. Any action, whether breathing, thinking, eating, any action is expression of Shakti. Paramashiva Shakti. Listen. Shakti is embodiment of love. Shakti is embodiment of love. Realizing the love manifestation of your consciousness and entering into any action becomes manifestation of you, not manipulation of life. Listen, I will repeat. If you enter into the act of eating, knowing that it is because of your tremendous love manifestation, you are eating to strengthen your body, to celebrate life more and more. You will never manipulate food for taste. You will make sure food is always strengthening you. You will like, you will enjoy, you will be addicted only to healthy food. Same principle, apply it to music, to visions, visuals, to smell, to touch, and to sex. The same principle. Be very clear. World is created to empower you, to make you manifest the ultimate, not for you to manipulate. Listen. World is created for you to manifest Paramashiva, not to manipulate the world. In every level, celebrating the core love is Tantra. Yesterday I was explaining one more principle. There may be various reasons you have why you want sexual activity. Sometimes bodily compulsion, sometimes sudden hormonal surge, sometimes the kind of the warmth it gives, sometimes to confirm the relationship is still alive, sometimes even it's like a power. You declare power over someone. It can be various reasons. Many traditions guide you, teach you, ask you to do something and not to do something. But Tantra is a unique tradition. It changes only your conscious perception. The way you hold you and the way you hold the other person involved with you in the sexual act and the way you understand the sexual act, only these conscious perceptions are changed. Immediately, the action becomes yoga, path for you to have union with Paramashiva, cosmos. Listen. Precise truth. Precisely, I am describing the ultimate truth. With anything you have yoga, union, that becomes part of you. Whether the food you eat, or the music you listen, visuals you see, or the smell you smell, or the touch you enjoy. Listen carefully. Here I want to tell you one great truth I learned from Arunagiri Yogeshwara. அஞ்சோடு நீ எது பண்ணாலும் ஆறாவதாய் நீ ஆவாயப்பா. Once he told me, 5 பேர் படிப்பாளிங்க கூட நீ இருந்தினா 6வது படிப்பாளி ஆயிடுவ. 5 பேர் யோகம் பண்றவங்க கூட நீ இருந்தினா 6வது யோகியா நீ ஆயிடுவ. 5 பேர் தப்பு பண்றவங்களோட நீ வாழ்ந்தினா 6வது தப்பு பண்றவனா மாறிடுவ. 5 பேர் ஞானிகளோட நீ வாழ்ந்தினா 6வது ஞானியா மாறிடுவ. 5 பணக்காரங்களோட வாழ்ந்தினா 6வது பணக்காரனா மாறிடுவ. வெளியிலையும் உள்ளையும் ரெண்டுலையும் இதுதான் உண்மை. I'll translate. Listen. If you live with 5 rich people, associate yourself with 5 rich people, you will become a 6th rich person. If you associate yourself with 5 enlightened beings, you will become the 6th enlightened being. If you associate yourself with 5 people who are building body, doing yoga, gym, you will become the 6th person who builds body and doing yoga, gym. If you associate yourself with the 5 fools, you will become the 6th fool. If you associate yourself with the 5 negative people, you will become the 6th negative person. If you associate yourself with the 5 seekers, you will become 6th seeker. Arunagiri Yogeshwara told, this is what is the truth for inside and outside. These 5 senses, what they do and you associate yourself with them, you become the 6th of that. Whether outside 5 people or inside 5 senses. If your 5 senses are all the time seeking Paramashiva and you associate with those 5 senses, you will become Paramashiva. If your 5 senses are always seeking pleasure and you associate yourself with that 5 senses, you will always be the pleasure seeker. If your 5 senses are living Paramashiva and you associate yourself with that 5 senses, you will become Paramashiva. Listen. Tantra is all about making your 5 senses manifest Paramashiva. So by associating with your 5 senses continuously, you will become Paramashiva. If you associate with yourself with 5 yogis, you will become the 6th yogi. If you associate yourself with the 5 workaholic people, you will become a 6th workaholic person. If you associate yourself with the 5 lazy people, you will become the 6th lazy person. If you associate yourself with 5 retired people, you will become the 6th retired person. If you associate yourself with 5 conscious senses which is manifesting Paramashiva, you will become the 6th person manifesting Paramashiva. This is the foundation of Tantra. This is the foundation of Tantra. Listen. Constantly let your 5 senses manifest Paramashiva. Constantly let your five senses manifest Paramashiva. With anything you associate, you become that. The food which is higher conscious means cooked by higher conscious person, offered to Paramashiva by the higher conscious person and eaten makes your taste sense higher conscious person. With each sense, the physical touch or the intimacy or relationship with the higher conscious person makes you higher conscious. This applies to all five senses. Now listen. The music, poetry created by higher conscious being, when you consume that, you reach the same higher consciousness. With this understanding, look at the whole life. Many times, naturally, you will not get a higher conscious person to touch or the experience the nearness. For that, Paramashiva gives the solution. For the time being, you and your partner can raise yourself to higher consciousness through the powerful cognitions about yourself and about the other person, about the sexual act. Then enter into the act. That is what is called tantric sex, tantric relationship. Elaborately, Paramashiva explains multiple tantric rituals to manifest various powers. Various powers, third eye power, so many other powers. Usually, I can say, I am trying to generalize and give you the basic understanding. Usually, in tantric rituals, all the five senses are involved. And it is not like a wild as it is projected to you by the modern day racist narrators, the racist people who narrate Hinduism have abused Agora and Tantra Sampradayas. They have beaten it and killed it. And unfortunately, Hindus themselves fell for this divide and rule policy. These pure Vedantis, who can be very easily westernized, who can be digested by the races, they just stepped back and said, okay, after all, Tantra and Agora Sampradaya only is getting destroyed. What is there for us? Let us escape from this war. But you don't know. After destroying Tantra Sampradaya and Agora Sampradayas, the racists are not going to keep quiet. They are going to turn their birangi, turn their gun on you Vedantis, who kept quiet when other Sampradayas were destroyed. Once the Vedanta is destroyed, then they will move to the other Sampradayas. That's all. If Tantra Sampradaya is properly taught, world's biggest problem, depression and obesity, mental disorders, will not even exist. Not only they will be healed, they will not be passed on to the next generations. Listen, even India is suffering with obesity. I can't imagine that India is suffering with obesity. They are spending billions of dollars. It has become a load on Indian society and Indian government. I tell you, all you need is just only one thing. Popularize the habit of fasting. Hindus are known for fasting. Any practicing Hindu will fast once in a week for their Ishtadevata. Shaivites will do on Monday. People who worship Subramanya Kumara will do on Tuesday. People who worship Devi will do on Friday. People who worship Vishnu will do on Saturday. It used to be lifestyle. Unfortunately, the fasting was destroyed brutally by the medical opinions given by the racists to eliminate Hinduism from the common man's life. Just if the fasting was brought back, India can save billions of dollars. The money it is wasting on diabetes, the money it is wasting on high blood pressure, the money it is wasting on obesity, related other physical, mental disorders. I am telling you from my experience. Due to my continuous travel routine for few years, I did not observe my fastings properly. Now, I got back to my fasting lifestyle. I tell you, I am in best way of existing. I should say that I am in my best form. Lankanam Parama Aushadam. Abhimanyu Banerjee is asking, are there any prerequisites to practice Tantra? Abhimanyu Banerjee, if you practice Tantra, you will be put in jail within 48 hours. So, the basic prerequisite to practice Tantra is you need to be in a place where Hinduism is legitimate religion. Tantra is a legitimate religion. So, Abhimanyu Banerjee, that is the prerequisite to practice Tantra. Abhimanyu Banerjee, you should know that. I know by your title Banerjee, you are from Bengal. Bengal is the land of Tantra, and sorry to say that now it's almost 99.999% is gone. Bowls are illegal. The tantric sadhus you find in those days in Tarapit, cemeteries. Cemetery is not a right word. Smashana. Tarapit Smashana. And many smashanas of Bengal, 100 years before, you will find thousands of tantrics and agoris. Now, you can't even find one or two who are practicing the science. Let me give you the basic truths. So that at least the basic truths will not be killed, destroyed in course of this racist attack and genocide on Hinduism. There is not a single record any sadhu practicing Jiva Samadhi science died by accident or any mishap. But police arrests just, I think, last 2 or 3 days before, police arrested one sadhu who was practicing Jiva Samadhi science, including their guru. All the three were arrested. Guru, guru's assistant, and the sadhu who was practicing. All three were arrested in UP. It means what? The next generation is going to completely lose the Jiva Samadhi science. Science of mastering the death. It is not actually suicide. It is mastering the death. Appa, I am feeling so blessed and fortunate. I am born 40 years before and I have mastered all these sciences. When the so-called law is not used to strangulate us, kill Hinduism, to destroy Hinduism, the law is being used. Before that started happening, fortunately I was born and already trained by my gurus. Oh God. Actually still that Jiva Samadhi pit which was dug for me where I used to sit is still there in Tiruvannamalai. It is not fully closed. When I was 10, 12, in those days, my gurus used to make me sit. I can tell you, I can just repeat the whole exact lines I heard from my gurus. Tiranda Guhayayin Veppambinju தூபமும் விளக்கெண்ணெய் தீபமும் வைக்க பட்டு நூல் அசையும் அளவிற்கு சுவாசம் இயங்கத் துவங்கும். சுவாசநாசம் மரண லட்சணம் அல்ல. மூடு குகையாயின் ஒரு விதியும் திறப்பு குகையாயின் ஒரு விதியும் பாதாள குகையாயின் ஒரு விதியும் ஆக மூவிதிகள் மூலம் சுவாசம் மீண்டும் மீட்கலாம். These are the words I exactly heard from my gurus. I'll try to translate and give you the whole brief. My gurus used to put me in Jiva Samadhi practice. It's like I'm supposed to sit in unclutching absolutely without moving and for certain number of days.
சிவ 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 சிவனே வந்து அவதரித்தான். கைலையின் நாயக நாடிடும் ஆட்டத்தில் சைவத்தையே அவன் புனரமைத்தான். சிவ 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 சிவனே வந்து அவதரித்தான். கைலையின் நாயக நாடிடும் ஆட்டத்தில் சைவத்தையே அவன் புனரமைத்தான்.
நித்யானந்தா 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 நித்யானந்தா.
ஞானமும் கொண்ட சக்தியும் பரமனாக நெஞ்சில் பதித்தது. அஷ்டசக்தியும் 10 திசைகளும் உன் புகழை பறைசாற்றியது. கைலையை படைத்த கலைஞனே கைலை நாயகா பரமேஸ்வரா, உந்தன் அருமையை அகிலம் பரப்பிட படையெடுப்பனே மாகேஸ்வரா.
இது ஆதி சைவம் போற்றும் எங்கள் தேசம், ஆடி பாடி கொண்டாடிடும் கூட்டம் என்று முந்தன் அழகு கவிதை பேசும். ஜெய 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 நித்யானந்தா. சிவன் அருளோட சக்திகள் வெளிப்படும் பைரவனின் காவலோட அகிலத்தை ஆண்டிடும் வீரன். அவன் வழி நடந்திட அவனோட வாழ்ந்திட வேண்டி வந்தேன் நானும் அவனோட சேன.
ஒரு பார்வையில் என் மூக்கன் திறந்தாய், பரமசிவனாய் வாழ்ந்திட வைத்தாய். நானும் போற்றும் கடவுளே இந்த கலியுகத்தில் என்னை காத்திடுவாய். பார்க்கடல் கடந்திட வந்த நஞ்சை தானே உண்ட நீலகண்டன் இவன் ஆடும் பிரளயத்தை அடங்கியாண்டிட ஆதிசக்தியின் வடிவு கொண்டான். ஆதி சைவத்தை காத்திட வேண்டும் விஸ்வரூபம் எடுத்து நிவா. கோடி அடிகளை தாங்கிய பரம்பரை எழுதில் நாங்கள் வீழ்வோமா.
மதுரையை ஆளும் அரசனாய் வந்த சொக்கனாய் ஆதி கைலையை அமைத்த நித்யனாய் சென்று கைலையை செய்த செங்கோல் தாங்கிய சங்கரா. நெஞ்சிலே உன்னன் குருவையும் உயிர் பக்தியும் கொண்ட தேவனே, இங்கு அஹிம்சையே உன்னன் வாழ்க்கையாய் வைத்து வாழ்ந்திடும் பரமணியடா. ஜெய 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 நித்யானந்தாய ஜெய 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 நித்யானந்தா. ஜெய 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 நித்யானந்தாய ஜெய 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 நித்யானந்தா. ஜெய 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 நித்யானந்தாய ஜெய 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 நித்யானந்தா. ஜெய 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 நித்யானந்தாய ஜெய 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 நித்யானந்தா.
அண்ணாமலை வந்தே அவதரித்தே ஆனந்த பாஷ்பம் தான் பொழிந்தேன். ஏங்கிடும் பக்தர் துயர்
நித்யானந்தன் நானடா நித்யானந்தம் தர வந்தேனடா நித்யானந்தன் நானடா நித்யானந்தம் தரவே வந்தேனடா ஆடல் நாயகன் நானடா இது நான் ஆடிடும் நாடகம் தானடா ஆதியும் அந்தமும் நானடா உன் ஆணவம் என் முன் வீணடா சிறு அணுவிலும் உறைபவன் காற்றிலும் கலந்தவன் நெருப்பிலும் சுடுபவன் நானடா இந்த அண்டமும் லோகமும் சுற்றிடும் பூமியும் என் உள்ளடக்கம் தானடா நித்யானந்தன் நானடா நித்யானந்தம் தரவே வந்தேனடா பார்க்கடல் நஞ்சை பருகியவன் இந்த பாரத நஞ்சனை கொல்லுமோ தீயின் ரூபம் தரித்தவன் உன் தீ அது என்னை எரிக்குமோ அசையா மலையாய் நின்றவன் உன் அஜ்ஞானம் என அசைக்குமோ காவியில் தீயாய் எரிபவன் உன் காமம் என்னை அணைக்குமோ யுகம் காக்கும் காவலன் நானடா என கழிவே என்றும் இல்லையடா என் உயிரில் உரைபவ நீதனடா என் முன்னே நீ ஒரு ஈசலடா நித்யானந்தன் நானடா நித்யானந்தம் தர வந்தேனடா நித்யானந்தன் நானடா நித்யானந்தம் தரவே வந்தேனடா ஞாயிறும் திங்களும் கண்களே நவகோள்களும் என் பணியாட்களே காலரும் எனக்கு காவலே அட்ட சித்தியும் என் சிறு ஏவலே நான் அசைந்தால் அகிலம் அசையுமே உறைந்தால் நான் அசைந்தால் அகிலம் அசையுமே நான் உறைந்தால் உலகம் நிற்குமே கண்ணசைத்தால் கடலும் பொங்குமே என் கருணை உலகை காக்குமே இந்த கையிலை என்னோட லீலையடா உன் கவலை தீர்ப்பதன் வேலையடா மாயையில் வாழ்ந்திடும் உன்னை காக்க சிவனே குருவாக வந்தேனடா ஆணும் பெண்ணும் நானடா வர்தனாரீஸ்வரனும் நானடா நீயும்
Om, Om. If you are able to see me, hear me, please wave your hands. Yes, listen. Listen now. Sorry for the technical glitch. Now listen. In every level, the principles I am sharing will strengthen your consciousness, make you manifest more and more powers. Whether it is physical level, mental level, social level, spiritual level. In every level, Tantra strengthens you. Tantra makes you manifest the ultimate. Now I'll translate exactly what I heard from my gurus, which I was talking. If the cave is closed cave, a different kind of a smoke and light need to be used for regaining the breathing back. And if the cave is open cave, a different kind of a smoke and light should be used to regain the breathing back. If it is underground cave, a different kind of a smoke and the light should be used for regaining the breathing back. Not sensing the pulse or the breathing is not the sign of death. Listen carefully. Not regaining. Ordinary consciousness or ordinary breathing or the ordinary pulse does not mean that person is dead. With a proper herbs and method, the person can be brought back. All the signs is practically dying. I was fortunate to be brought up by my gurus who used all the sciences and trained me. Anyhow, let me at least put it on record. But one good news I have for all you guys. In KAILASA, because with the grace of Paramashiva, we have sovereign land, I will make sure all these sciences are kept alive as a living lifestyle. Not just as a bookish knowledge, not just as theories and ideas, as a living knowledge. There will be thousands of my disciples, sannyasis, mastered this Jiva Samadhi science. I'll do that. That's a good news I have for you guys. Let me now start describing. I'm actually overflowing, filled with the memories of my gurus and how they trained. They had a dog. They used to make the dog sit outside the cave, and the dog will regularly, once in 10 hours, will come inside the cave and bark. If I open my eyes, it will stay with me. If I don't open my eyes, it will run to my guru and get them. It was so well trained. I still remember. I just wanted to put it on record. The dog was also part of my guru's team training me. The dog's name is Money. Fortunately, we have a photograph of that dog. This is the dog with my grandmother. My grandmother was literally a Gupta yogini, means hidden yogini. And she lived with them and she was literally helping them, assisting my gurus to train me, to groom me. All those plants you see in that photograph are personally planted by me for my Anmartha Puja. Those plants were all the flowers for my Atmartha Puja. And I had a small temple built for me inside the backyard of the house. So that is the backyard. Anyhow. Listen. Make your five senses manifest Paramashiva. Live with those five senses, which is manifesting Paramashiva. You will become Paramashiva. That is what I mean by, if you live with five people who are manifesting Paramashiva, you will become the sixth Paramashiva. Same way, make your five senses manifest Paramashiva. Live with those senses. You will become sixth Paramashiva. That's it. The next principle I wanted to explain. Tantra is an intense tapas-centric tradition. For example, let me first describe the word tapas. Tapas means burning away all the obstructions to manifest Paramashiva. Tapas means in Sanskrit burning away. Burning away all the obstructions you have to manifest Paramashiva is tapas. For some people, their attachment to the taste will be stopping them, making them addicted to certain food, destroying the quality of their attention, memory, quality of consciousness, the quality of the mind, the mental health, physical health. Here, tapas means making that person taste, enjoy everything as he wants in a controlled condition so that the patterns of the addiction, food addiction, taste addiction, greed for the taste gets burnt away. That controlled condition is what is the Guru's presence. Guru knows where he is stuck. He will be allowed to enjoy it, enjoy that addiction where he is stuck to the extreme till that patterns are burnt once and for all and he is free from that conditionings, from that patterns, from that karma, from that curse, from that suffering, pain. Whether you are addicted to certain taste, food, you are addicted to certain kind of the music, sound, you are addicted to certain kind of a visuals, like a porn addiction. Whether you are addicted to certain kind of a touch, not just sexual activity, even the other than sexual activity, the addiction to the touch. anything, of course, including sexual activity, for anything you are addicted and not letting your Paramashiva manifest in you, not letting the unclutching intensely seep through your being, then in controlled conditions, that means under the presence and guidance of the Guru, you are made to go through certain actions which liberates you once and for all. That is what is exactly by the word tapas in Tantra. The good news I have for you is, by the grace of Paramashiva, we got an amazing sovereign land. So I will revive all this without putting any person, anybody's life in risk. See, I know this system. There is no life risk at all. It can be beautifully done with all the support, care, love, just like a flight crew, how the flight crew supports, makes your flight journey smooth, easy, comfortable, safe, along with the pilot. I just need to build my flight crew. The great news I have for you is, actually I have even built my flight crew. The team which is absolutely loving, caring, supporting, making sure the tapas happens in you and you are free. This is the good news and great news. The bad news is, it is so sad. The land in which this knowledge has blossomed, many countries disowning this knowledge, disowning this great science. 56 Hindu nations. Now all 56 have disowned. Only in KAILASA it is going to be alive. Actually, I am not happy about this monopoly. No. I want this knowledge to flourish all over the world as a legitimate science. I tell you, I have seen my gurus demonstrating this science. Somebody came, I still remember, somebody came to my guru with a cancer. My guru had, his name is Narayana Swami Tata, he had a ring with a black stone. He just removed that ring and put it in his hand and told, come back after 15 days. He did not give any medicine, nothing. He came back after the 15 days, the cancer disappeared. Simple science. He has stored in that black stone so much of intense energy of Shani. Shani is the lord of longevity. He just put that and Shani's energy blessed him. He got healed. These are all replicable, demonstrable practical science, cosmic science. It can be reproduced, reproducible, replicatable. It's not one incident or some rare happening. It is replicable, reproducible, simple science. It's not placebo effect. Be very clear. If it is more than 30 or 40%, then it cannot be called as placebo effect. I have seen my gurus doing this with 100% result. Meena Joshi is writing, Swamiji, do we have to become Adinavasi to do tapas under Guru's guidance? Meena Joshi, first thing. Now only I found a safe place by Paramashiva's grace and working it for the first batch sannyasis. Then after I have settled comfortably, absolutely safe, everything is settled, then I will open it for Sarvanyapita Ejamans, Sarvanyapita Kartas. Then I will open it to the public. Step by step I will open. That is what is practical possible. Whatever is see, I am a person who want to make this available for everyone. But I have to first safeguard the science and me and the first batch team which is getting trained in this science. Then I can open it to the next batch, next people, next team. He is the Narayana Swami Tata who was cured cancers just through a small stone. Just through small stone. But of course, energized. He was wearing it for quite a long time and his tapas, his energy is there in that. And he knows precisely his only problem is that what is the problem of the patient, and he gave that and became all right. Meena Joshi, your question is like, Swamiji, do we have to become Adinavasi to do tapas under Guru's guidance? Understand? If you want to become a soldier in any one country's army, naturally you have to become a citizen of that country. Only then the knowledge and the information can be shared with you. Same way, there are certain knowledge and information can be shared only those committed beings, only for them these channels, the higher energy channels can be awakened. Not for the onlookers or the people who try to do window shopping, like guru shopping. Surely it cannot be given for them who are sitting and negotiating, who are trying to have bargain. but I will open it after the first circle. He is able to receive you all and care and support in the whole process and bring success. Success.
தரிசனம் தன்னை தான் அறியவே இமை அசைவிடு தீட்சை தரு தரிசனம் உலகை காத்தருளவே கையிலையில் தரும் நித்யனின் தரிசனம் தன்னை தான் அறியவே இமை அசைவிடு தீட்சை தரு தரிசனம் Sadaşiva, Nithyananda, Sadashiva, 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 Nithyananda, Sadashiva.
सुराधिपं नमस्कृत्य शशाङ्ककृतशेखरं कपालमालिनं देवं प्रणतोऽस्मि सदाशिवं प्रणतोऽस्मि सदाशिवं
Sadashiva, Sadashiva, Nithyananda, Sadashiva, 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 Nithyananda, Sadashiva.
कालेश
I bless you all. Let's all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching, causing, living Shuddhadvaita Saivam Paramadvaitam. The state, space, powers, being, superconsciousness. Kailasa, Maha Kailasa of Paramashiva. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Eternal bliss. Nithyananda. Thank you. Be blissful.
Just be alive for next 3 years. Don't die within next 3 years. I guarantee you, I will reach you wherever you are. Be alive, somehow be alive for next 3 years. I will reach you wherever you are, whichever corner of the world you may be. I will reach you with enlightenment. It's my commitment to humanity.
I'm going to empower, enlighten each and every one of you with the fuel and energy of the parallel universe. I'll infuse this intense supernal effulgence DNA, Tejas, Ojas, Kundalini Shakti into your spine to consciously lift you to Mahakailasa. It is irreversible permanent enlightenment, irreversible power manifestation, irreversible permanent empowerment.
Nithyanandam, Jnanapatati Manual, under the guidance of Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. Let's start with the Sadguru Vandanam. Nithyanandam Paramasukhanam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganasadusham Tattvamasyaadilakshya Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Let's go through the disclaimers. Security measures. No photography, video, audio recording. Important cautions. Please be aware of the important cautions. The science of our manifestation is authentic, time-tested, scientific, and foolproof. The pramanas are the evidence, cosmic truth. The Shastra Pramanas, authentic scriptures, Shrutis, Vedagama stand as a foundation for Hinduism. Apta Pramana, authentic, time-tested, foolproof compilation of the experience of millions of sages, rishis, and enlightened masters, which is in terms with the Shastra Pramana, who have manifested all the powers of Paramashiva by the initiation of the Guru with all the Shastra as per the Shastra Pramana. Atma Pramana. With Apta Pramana, a Guru is able to experience and live the truth claimed by the Shastras. We humans need a living Guru in a physical form to start experiencing and cognizing what the Guru gives in our physical body. And in physical reality, Bhagavan is manifesting all the powers of Paramashiva as per the Shastras and displaying to us, makes us understand and makes us cognize that higher science and higher reality. Shakshi Pramana, manifestation and experience of the Guru's initiation in a disciple of a particular lineage, which is demonstrable to the world. Shakshi Pramana, when Guru initiates us, that brings us from the understanding of the higher dimension to actually cognizing and living the higher dimensions as our physical reality. The Pratyaksha Pramana, having the truth validated by the scientific study. All these truths now, as science is also able to grasp to a limit, and they are able to justify all this great science as a possibility in a human that we can live and experience as our truth. All the pramanas Bhagavan is making us understand to get the cognitive shift from what we are trying to understand to higher cognition, how we can exist on planet Earth, manifesting all the powers of Paramashiva. Now let's move to the Shastra Pramana. The Shastra Pramana for the power of clairvoyance is taken from Shiva Samhita 5.8384 Panchama Patala by Ishvara. Each of these great signs is clearly defined in the Shastra Pramana for us to have the authenticated truth that we can experience as our reality.
0.83 ज्ञानन्य च प्रतिमं तस्य त्रिकालविषयं भवेत् दूरसृष्टि दूरदृष्टि स्वेच्छया कागतां व्रजेत् ज्ञानन्य च प्रतिमं तस्य त्रिकालविषयं भवेत् दूरसृष्टि दूरदृष्टि स्वेच्छया कागतां व्रजेत्.
Bhagavan Paramashiva beautifully says, he gets immeasurable pleasure, immeasurable experience, knowledge, knows the past, present, future, has the Dura Shrishti, the power to listen, Dura Drishti, power to listen to anything as far of distance, and Dura Shrishti, the power to have the direct vision of anything of great distance, anywhere, Kagatam, the power to walk on air, and the power of omniscience to just grasp ability to speak on any unknown subject. All this greater truth and power is possible when we understand how we can live with a higher intelligence science. Bhagavan beautifully says the higher intelligence are completely destroyed in all the 56 nations, and KAILASA is the only place that is holding it and reviving it all over the world through all the temples and mandirs, and reviving that more and more into the physical reality is possible when we have the proper legal setup that we can give the science to the world. All the signs Bhagavan is telling us how we can experience. How he says, when you go beyond past, present, future, we exist as consciousness, not just the matter. And this consciousness, Para Devi, manifest in us when we go beyond what we understand as only the matter. And beautifully Bhagavan says the easiest way that we can experience is live with 5 people who are engaged in that very cognition. Just having the co-cognition in everything that you do as the reality of higher space of manifesting that higher reality is possible. If you live with 5 people who are just greedy for money, you will become the 6th person who becomes the greedy of money. You will become manipulating life. But if you live with 5 people where consciousness is the most important, seeking is the most important part of your life, then you will understand the very purpose, the very core, why you exist and how you can exist as a superconscious being on planet Earth, living as gods and goddesses of KAILASA, all over the world as gods and goddesses of KAILASA. This is the truth, and he's establishing and initiating and making us manifest this truth into our physical reality, giving us the glimpse of the possibility that who we are, again and again living as Paramashiva, is the only goal and ultimate experience in each one of us as the physical reality. Mahaperiva in the Shankaramat, once he asked his disciple that he wanted to eat some leaves which he liked. So the cook, who has never heard him ask for anything ever before, usually the cook cooks some food and he never eats much. He's always fasting. That is why he lived up to 99, nearly 100 years, just 4 days less. And he was so healthy. When they tested his body parts, it was still functioning like a 20-year-old. When he was even 100, the body parts function only as a 20-year-old because of the fasting. He used to continuously fast, and he used to have a very healthy body. And he once asked for a leaf that he wanted to eat. And because he was asking the first time, so the cook got very excited and he cooked more and brought it and gave it to him. And he was so excited, the cook went and told all the other disciples that he asked for that leaf that he wanted to eat that day, cooked leaf. And so the next day when blessing started, everybody came with a bunch of leaves. And he was wondering what is going on. And then he called everybody and asked, is there something, some festival or what is going on? And actually, the cook came and told that you liked the leaf. So I had told others, so they bought these leaves for you for eating. Then suddenly he realized that something other than consciousness that he had experienced in the outer world, the senses from the context of something exists outer, then he said, I'm going to do prayashchitta for this and make sure I do not have the pleasure from the outside, but from the right context of offering to the higher space of Devi, and only then I will have the food. I will not have anything other than that. And he took a very strong prayashchitta for having that moment. Why is what the whole science again and again tells us how Adi Shankaracharya drank molten metal. He said it's very cold. That is because of how they live as consciousness, which is the subtle part of us, not the gross matter. The gross matter cannot understand these great truths. Only the higher intelligence can understand how this is a possibility, why this is wrong, why this is right. The 5 senses constantly pulling us out to the outer world and showing the outer world reality. But beautifully Bhagavan said, from the context that we are experiencing, even that 5 senses could become the tapas. and the context that Paramashiva is manifesting and making us experience through the five senses, even the five senses could raise us to the higher conscious space. All the signs Bhagavan is beautifully giving us for us to understand and start moving into higher and higher states of consciousness. The Apta Pramana of how Krishna ate the mud. This is from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 8. The Mother Earth wanted to feed the baby Krishna, and simply Krishna started eating the Mother Earth, and Yashoda came running seeing that and asked him to open the mouth. Many a times, not single time, many a times this has happened. When he was asked to open the mouth, he showed the Brahmanda, and Yashoda was lost in the space of oneness with Krishna. And after that, again, he would close his mouth and start crying loudly, and Yashoda Ma would forget everything, again go back to the delusion of trying to carry him like a baby. It was a Leela of Krishna to showcase to the world how the whole Brahmanda, we are each one is Brahman, and each one can experience the whole universe when we are aligned to the higher consciousness, how we exist in the parallel universe as Paramashiva, how we can manifest that great truth. Here Bhagavan beautifully explains in the Pramana how he drank literally when Guru is giving all this great truth, and Guru is in Samadhi. It's the most beautiful experience, literally drinking the Guru and through our eyes and experiencing the higher states of consciousness. Bhagavan beautifully explains here.
His body radiates. Just with one line cloth on one small towel, he will be sitting and staring at that Arunachala hill. The samadhi can be seen with the eyes. I can say, looking at the master's form when he is in samadhi is literally like a drinking samadhi through eyes. Drinking samadhi through eyes. That is a word I will use. Drinking samadhi through eyes. So I was just drinking samadhi through my eyes in front of him. That elderly lady brought a little butter that day, and he took little and put it in the mouth. And very unexpectedly, he took little and put it in my mouth also. I just took it and he directly fed with his own hand, putting it in my mouth. I just took it and then could not understand. I was staring at him. Why he did this? Because he was not the kind of a person who does this kind of a physically expressing love. He is not that kind of person. Arunagiri Yogeshwara was that kind of person. Hugging or physically feeding, the touching through body showing the love and feeling connection. Arunagiri Yogeshwara was that kind of person. But Annamalai Swami is not that kind of person. He is a kind of a dry Vedanti. No physical gestures to demonstrate love. No physical way of demonstrating love. So I was wondering, what is going on? He himself started telling, in Tamil he said, Ribugida kadanji kondu vara amrutamada idu, means that lady who makes butter, while she is churning, she chants Ribugita constantly and makes that butter. Because of that, it has become nectar. Please understand, an ordinary village lady who sells butter and buttermilk and makes her life, when she is able to establish herself in the state of completion, why not we? Annamalai Swami says, while she is churning the milk, in Indian villages they will keep a big pot and put a spindle called mattu and put a rope and churn. Around 2-3 hours you have to churn, and then the butter will be churned out, and the butter they will collect and put it in a cloth and squeeze to take the water part out, and then it will become a solid butter. They will bring it and sell. He says, she is so sincerely singing the Ribu Gita constantly and churning. Now she has become the truth while she is churning, so that butter also has become nectar, filled with the truth. And I really want to tell you, at least next 2.5 days, after that butter gone into my mouth, my body, I was in that samadhi, the same state in which Annamalai Swamigal was.
So beautiful how the whole thing has manifested in him as the greatest science. Here, how this devotee actually experienced the Aushadha and she manifested all this into her physical reality, the Shakshi Pramana.
I would like to share about my experience after I attend Paramashivoham December 2017. I become clarity about my life purpose, and I can make decision through completion space, and I can see the conscious level have raised up. I can manifest the Shakti power so effortlessly, without self-doubt, without self-hatred, no self-denial. Why I can manifest the Shakti power so effortlessly during the Paramashivoham, Swamiji have created the Aushadha for us to apply on our body and also for birth. After apply that Aushadha on our body, I can see the following day, I can just manifest the power so easily. And the Aushadha, once applied on our body, it can remove our blind spot and complete our incompletion immediately, which is I don't need to take any effort to sit down and look in and what is the completion and incompletion, no. So that Aushadha is work on my body so well. I enjoy to manifest the Shakti power for doing body scanning and healing and mind reading for others people, because people experience that Shakti pada. When I do the body scanning and healing for them, literally they can feel that immediately heal after I do the body scanning for them. So I'm so proud and happy that I can manifest the Shakti power through Swamiji grace. And I love and enjoy my life now as I become Hinduism. I like to share with you all more if you want to know more.
That's such a beautiful experience that she's sharing, how Aushadha, once touched by the Guru, simply transforms, whether it is food, it is of any ashes, sacred ashes, or kumkum, or it is applied on a deity, it becomes Aushadha. And when you apply that, how your life transforms is what she's sharing in that video. And because of the Guru's initiation, the power manifestation that she experienced with the Aushadha that Guru had given, she was able to demonstrate in the physical world all this in the physical reality. Here, science is also speaking the same truth for us to understand the deeper truth.
Consciousness. These are not different as we think they are. These are not watertight compartments like we are taught. There are no borders. Modern science is starting to see glimmers of this truth. However, Sanatana Hindu Dharma has known this forever, from time beyond our ability to compute. The very beginning of the very first Upanishad, Ishavasya Upanishad, says, Ishavasyamidam sarvam. Consciousness pervades everything. Everything is energy. Modern day scientists are only now starting to have glimpses of this truth. Modern science shows that matter and energy are interchangeable, depending on the conditions and the perception of the observer. At the subatomic level, all subatomic particles or elements are exactly the same and constantly appear and disappear in fractions of seconds. Whether it is Japanese scientist Masaru Emoto, who found that thoughts and emotions change the very molecular structure of matter, or the famous Michelson and Morley, who first showed that light behaves like matter when it is observed, and like energy when there is no observer, or Einstein, who established that energy and mass are related. The faster you go, the heavier you become. Placebos in medical research show that when the doctor gives a harmless sugar pill, saying it is medicine, patients are cured. People with hip problems are sedated and falsely told they had a hip replacement surgery, and they heal as much as people who have the surgery and recover much faster. Bruce Lipton, best-selling author of Biology of Belief and a former researcher at the Stanford University, shows perception is reality. He says your very body, your very mind can be designed and redesigned with a simple decision or belief. And beyond this, your thoughts and emotions can entangle others, create the same experience in them. These modern-day savants, scientists, with their technologies, their experiments, their logic, their intuition, have scaled the mountain to find our Hindu rishis sitting on top of the mountain already. Vedic metaphysics declares all aspects of the universe are consciousness, and matter is projected consciousness. Pure consciousness pervades everything, being potential, with the bursting forth of subtle vibrations, spanda, a characteristic of Shiva, until such time as there is an emergent manifestation of the energy which is called Shakti.
Beautifully, the document says how we are the embodiment, Shakti, everything that is manifesting as Shakti, and we can experience that as our own reality. Devi manifest in each of us as the ultimate reality. Now today we can start experiencing this very truth in our physical reality with the small exercise that Bhagavan is giving us to manifest all this great truth, the consciousness, into our physical reality that we can perceive. The more we perceive the higher dimensions, higher possibilities, higher intelligence of us, the more the ecosystem can be raised as the intelligent beings who can experience this higher knowledge which is available because of the Guru's initiation in each of us. Today you can have few cups of different food items. You can keep it, or you can be with the food items of your partner. And what we are going to do is change the taste of the food. So you can have like sugar, or you can have the haritaki or something salty, salt based or bitter based, and we can write what you want it to be changed as. and you can write clearly that you want to make the salt into sweet or the bitter into sweet, and you can write down in a piece of paper. Once you write down everything and set up everything, or you're doing for your partner, you can explain to them. All you need to do is now put away everything, put away the gadget, especially for a few minutes. Sit straight with the head, neck, and spine in a straight line. Bring Paramashiva to your third eye. Again and again, raise yourself into the space of oneness with Paramashiva. Sit as Paramashiva with that 25 heads, 75 eyes, and 50 hands. How you wake up in the morning and say, oh, that was a dream. Now wake yourself up into the space of Paramashiva, who you are. Your Paramashiva, who has come as your very own Guru, is the core of you. And because of the initiation, you can experience him as the physical manifestation of the truth into your physical reality. So few minutes unclutch from everything, every thought current that you have. The more and more when we unclutch, simply the thoughts settle down, and after that the thoughts do not disturb us. We can live from the higher intelligence. We don't need the lower intelligence called thoughts, which is coming from the mind, for us to execute in our life. More and more we start manifesting instead of thinking, we will be less manipulated and more manifesting the reality as Paramashiva wants into our physical reality. Paramashiva is none other than our own self in the parallel universe. How Bhagavan says Rama's very own self is Vishnu in the parallel universe, and he knows that. Once we recognize that very own self, we are Paramashiva in parallel universe, and that is what we are manifesting here. Because of the Guru's initiation, we are able to see that in the physical reality. So unclutch from everything other than sitting you here as Paramashiva, only as Paramashiva. Continuously chant the Mahavakya. The Mahavakya brings us to the deep inner space, oneness with Paramashiva, raising the frequency in us and manifesting the powers. So let's start chanting the Mahavakya intensely, continuously, in deep gratitude, in oneness. Any other thought current, keep surrendering at Bhagavan's lotus feet, disappearing and dissolving into the higher states of consciousness. Bhagavan always says, one is powerful cognition, one is the samadhi. You start experiencing the deeper and deeper in you when you unclutch and just sit in samadhi few minutes. Those powerful cognition will become reality in you. So just chant the Mahavakya intensely, need not be loudly. Intensely is something where you don't let the thoughts in and you are continuously in the listening space. So start chanting the Mahavakya intensely with a deep gratitude and deep listening. Let's start manifesting the power of clairvoyance, changing the taste of the items that you have kept. Let's start.
Salokya Mukti, Samipya Mukti, Sarubhya Mukti, Sayujya Mukti. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda. Your fears, incompletions, insecurities, nothing is needed for you to exist. Paramashiva alone is enough for you to live absolutely, blissfully, celebrating, fulfilled, complete, intensely. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham. Let our biology become one with Paramashiva's biology. Let macrocosm we carry become one with microcosm. Let the microcosm we carry become one with macrocosm of Paramashiva. Let our organism become one with Paramashiva's organism. Let Paramashiva's organism become one with our organism. Let oneness become living strategy, living experience of all of us. Amda Mahavagya, do it intensely. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Slowly, very slowly, open your eyes. Whatever Paramashiva has shown, please go ahead and test the taste, what you have authentically taste that. Each of the label that you have written, as per that, the taste have changed, then wonderful, you can take a picture of that and share it in tinyurl.com/powermanifestation. You can share all these powerful cognition, initiation, and all this great truth, manifestation of Paramashiva in you to the world again and again. Go ahead and share and enrich, like Bhagavan said. 5 people are causing and sharing and living the great science of power manifestation. You will become a great manifester. Enriching and causing is the ultimate gift, ultimate tapas that Bhagavan has given. We don't have to stand in one leg in the remote place of Himalayas in the ice and snow and try to go beyond and have the reflection of consciousness in our brain. Just sitting here with a cup of coffee, manifesting powers, sharing all this great science is enough to trigger and wire and fire our brain again and again into reality. Even science says what we cherish, and that the brain starts wiring and firing. And causing is the absolutely the greatest thing. You telling the world how these great signs are revived by Paramashiva and how you are experiencing all this in the physical reality as auspiciousness, as abundance, as these more and more bringing the clarity and healing you and making you manifest what you want as reality. So please go ahead, share in all the social media platform with the hashtag Paramashivoham Shakshi Pramana, hashtag Nithyananda, hashtag KAILASA. Now let's surrender all this powerful cognition, power manifestation at Bhagavan's lotus feet in deep gratitude for showering all these great signs for each one of us in every session, the gifts from KAILASA. And thanking each and every one of you here for staying back for the power manifestation session, Guruvak as life, living the Charya Pada, and manifesting the powers of Paramashiva every single day. Thank you for being here and thank you for sharing all the great truth with the world. With that, let's come to the end of this session. Now let's sit straight with the head, neck and spine in a straight line. Bring Paramashiva to your third eye and hold the powerful space. Paramashiva is real in my thought, word and action. Seeing everything, everyone as Paramashiva as my reality continuously throughout the day. With that, let's end with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamudashyate Purnasya Purnamataya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Sarvam Bhagavate Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam Padukarpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Thank you so much, Nithyanandam. And stay tuned for more and more amazing blessings from Adi KAILASA for Navaratri celebrations and more getting involved into the higher states of consciousness through all the Parayanam. Thank you, Nithyanandam.